Hey guys, it's Nemo and welcome to today's video. For those of you who haven't viewed the channel before, welcome to the channel. This will be our first subscriber replay, I guess you could call it. This is from Dreamweaver85. Now he's actually one of my clan members and one of my subs on YouTube. So he sent me this battle to critique it, I guess. You know, he asked me what could I do better, so I've done that for him. He actually plays a very good game. I think the only thing he did wrong was probably got a little bit too close off the bat at the start of the game, but it wasn't too bad. It was nothing detrimental. Now his dream here is playing in the Tier 6 battleship, the Fuso, which has absolutely amazing shotgun potential. If you're wondering what I mean by shotgun, is when this thing is close up, within 10 kilometers of something, it can absolutely devastate it. But the thing is that with the concealment expert, it has a 15.8 kilometer detection range. Now you can see that Dreams is a lot further. That's because he's not worrying about concealment expert on this ship. The Fuso can be seen from the moon, that you may as well just let it be seen. If anything can shoot you from the time you're detected, good luck. Probably only another Japanese ship, especially when you're playing tier for tier. So it is 18.3 kilometers without the concealment expert on the captain, and you saw it bloom just before, and that's because it was on fire. So if you're on fire, it blooms even further out. But not too much to worry about. He is in a relatively good spot. There's Kit up there, so Kit and Howie, who he's divisioned up here. He has Kit there screening, so that's not too bad. Although a bit of a mistake happening that comes up here, and unfortunately it's a couple of torpedoes. But that decision there was the right decision. If you see a destroyer within range and you can fire at him, then you've got to hit him. So Kit here looks like he's going to miss this torpedo, but he just mistimes the turn and actually eats one on the backside, unfortunately. And bit of a mix-up here in communication. Undoubtedly they're all on Discord, and they collide with each other. And now he has to suffer at least another 20 seconds of flooding and fire. So the best thing to do in that situation, if your damage repair is down, damage control is down, is to hit the repair. Now this, every time I watch this battle, I absolutely laugh, and this moment here is one of those where yeah, it's just great. I love it. And oh, what a great shot. RNG was totally with him there. Great shot. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Now, that's restrained laughter. Every time I watch this, I nearly wet myself. It's hilarious. Unfortunately, Kit goes down there. Now, you're going to see in this battle a lot where there are situations that you and I will see that Dream is not actually seen, and that's because this is not recorded by Dream himself. It's off the World of Warships replay, and it's oh, here we go. It's another good shot, and this is another laughing point. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I love it. Absolutely brilliant. Great shot. Great RNG. Well done. Well done. Just a good shot. And as you can see, he's moving around here and putting himself in positions where he can affect the battle. It's probably a little bit too far out, but the situation that he's in sort of forced him out that way. Now what I was saying is that you and I are going to see a lot of situations that Dream is not, and that's because of the camera on the replay. A little bit of lag here. The camera on the replay actually, when you put it to external camera instead of what he's seen, you can see a lot more of the battle than what he can actually see what's going on around him. So if you see things that look obvious, it's not really that obvious at all. I put it to external camera because there was a lot of jumpiness as he was, like, as you can see how his reticule is moving around a lot. So that's actually, this is an external camera here, and so that's why you can't really see what he was shooting at, what he was aiming at. But now we've got enemy, I believe it's Bayern over there. It's really hard to see on the replay. And he's still in a good position. He's not too far back. He's hanging on the G line, and on the G line is probably good for any battleship because you can still affect the battle, let alone at the Fuso, which has 21.8 kilometer range, and so it's always in the battle. Now, when I play battleships, I like to position between 1 or 2 caps so I can affect both caps. And here in the back here behind the, so playing almost a second line. He's not playing a Conqueror-esque type of battle, which is really good. And these torpedoes here that get this, oh, it's a Koenig, sorry, it's a Koenig. That got the Koenig there. Howie and the De Grasse launched them an age ago. That's just how slow they are. Now here we've gone into his view here. Now with the replay also, you can't see what reticule that he's using. This is just a generic reticule for the replays, and you can see how this is why I put a lot of the game in external view. He was, because he's sailing around the back there, he wasn't in too much danger of getting shot at, and so he was using his aiming reticule almost as target selection. But as he was telling me on the Discord, you know, my mini-map is so large, I was watching the mini-map, so I was actually knowing where I was wanting to shoot at. And you know what, if you use the mini-map to affect like that, then that's, by all means, go for it. And that's why I have mine large as well. I have mine quite large. I do a lot of looking at the mini-map while I'm playing, and it's extremely helpful. Get used to, if you can, get used to looking at the mini-map. Shots out here on enemy Fuso, 2 enemy Fusos there at the moment, one of them burning nicely, and then another Citadel. Sometimes I watch battleship players and wonder how they get, you know, all these Citadels and things, and because I'm mainly cruisers and destroyers, but when I play battleships I rarely seem to get Citadels at all. And then we have another good shot out here on this battleship. He's giving him some lovely broadside. I know he's got a little bit of an angle, but a little bit of an angle is not going to save penetration. And there's another great shot. Double Citadel, high caliber Confederate. What a good game so far. Good game. And if you have a look at his position, still hanging around on the G line there, but he's unaware of where the Fusion is over the other side. Now, it will become apparent where the Fusion is a bit later, but you don't know where he is right now. The CV's down there. This is a good spot. If you've got a good spot, just hold that good position and use it. I mean, you don't need to. Too many people overextend, or they leave a good position or something like that. The only time you really need to leave a good position is if you've got no vision. So 128,000 damage here. That Fuso just put out his barbecue. Another shot out. Let's see what we can do. Can we get another one? Yes, there's another kill. Right, that's 4. Good work. So there's the Fusion over there. Now, he was telling me that he could have gone after, he wanted to go after the Fusion for a Kraken. But he decided that discretion was the better part of valor, and he thought, you know, going after a destroyer that can easily take out a battleship with its deep water torpedoes was probably not the best idea. So just heading up into the middle here to help shore up where his destroyers are, and getting as far away from the Fusion as he can. But he is detected, so the Fusion, because he's detected, and you can see the planes down south, and you can also see the other battleship down south, can only mean that the Fusion is heading north. And because the Fusion is heading north, we still have to be careful because, as you see, he's not detected now. So he could go out behind, he could be popping out behind an island anytime soon. And if you're going to take on two destroyers or a battleship in a destroyer, who are you going to take first? Yeah, I'd be putting torpedoes out on the battleship and then trying to gun down the destroyers in the cap. But whatever the Fusion does next is going to be an extremely difficult decision, because to try and get a solo warrior in a Fusion, of all destroyers, it's pretty tough, especially when there's an aircraft carrier hanging around. So briefly detected again, which means it's definitely going north now. We know he's going north. The planes are closing in down behind him, and there's only one way he could go anyway. You've got to get up there and defend your cap. So Dream can see him here. We are in torpedo range, unfortunately, at the moment. And we're just waiting to clear the island. We've got the guns trained out there. Now I know the AP is loaded and the AP has been nerfed on destroyers, but you've got 12 guns. Now if you can only do a tenth, and say a tenth is 1,000, imagine getting 12 over penetrations. That's 12,000 damage still. So over penetrations is are not bad. It's the AP is still relatively good against destroyers. So now the Fusion's coming in. He starts firing. It's just last ditch, desperate effort to affect the battle. But unfortunately, he fired at the wrong target, and the team caps out. It would have been probably a better last ditch effort to try and fire at the destroyers in the cap. So that is Dreamweaver 85 with a fantastic game in the Fuso. Thanks for sending that in, mate. Anyway guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.